It's time for Tiger basketball. Join the Waynesville Lady Tigers and the Waynesville Tigers this season on 97.9 FM. Our game's brought to you by Air Serve Heating and Air, the Marys County Bank, Mailbox It, Lowe's Chevrolet, Memorial Chapels, Pepsi Cola Bottling Company, Flo's 66 Niner, Ed Morris Ford, Shelter Insurance Agents, Dave Holland in Richland and John Gregory in Crocker, and St. Robert Auto Supply. Let's go courtside and play some basketball with the Tigers and Lady Tigers in the 22-23 season.
And in yours, we're out here at the Lebanon High School Gymnasium, the J.E. Boswell Auditorium to be precise, for today's Lady Tiger matchup. The varsity girls in action here tonight. Again, Waynesville taking on Lebanon. Connor Harbert here with you, 97.9 The Source. Glad you could join me here for this one. Thought we would have the clock started by now. We still have 15 minutes up on the clock. It is actually middle school girls basketball night here in Lebanon. So the Lebanon faithful, they are honoring their middle school girls team here today, both their 7th grade and their 8th grade teams. But of course, that means we have a little bit more time to talk about what we want to talk about here today. Of course, this is the first of 4 games we'll have for you this week, another 4-game week between both the girls and the boys. It's going to be a tough matchup here tonight for the Lady Tigers. Another good team on hand here, the Lebanon Lady Jackets, 14-7 on the season. They have played some very good teams. They've played some very good teams very, very closely here this season. But, of course, Waynesville riding a bit of momentum themselves. A very good showing on Friday, despite a loss, I should say Thursday, despite a loss to the Rolla Lady Bulldogs, a team that was very, very good. Still, 4 losses on the season for the Lady Bulldogs. Were able to lead at the half. Ended up kind of falling off there in the second half. Ended up losing by 17 there in that one. But you can still take away a lot of positives from that game as we get ready here. The clock's now starting. We're about 14 and a half minutes away from tip. So we'll see what the Lady Tigers have in store for us this week. Again, Lebanon tonight, later on in the week on Thursday, back at home to play host to the Parkview Lady Vikings. This is the last week of the regular season that we will broadcast here on 97.9 The Source. We will have 3 more games, or a few more games after this week for the regular season for Waynesville. But we are going to step aside to cover some district basketball next week. Class 2, Class 1, and I believe Class 3 as well, all beginning district play next week. So we are going to follow Class 2 District 9, featuring a lot of our Frisco League teams all throughout next week. It's going to be another week similar to the Iberia tournament we had earlier in January, where we ended up covering games every day of the week. Another marathon for me, but of course I'm really excited for that. We'll talk about that a little bit later on in the broadcast here as we once again await the start of today's Waynesville-Lebanon matchup. Always a fun one. Crowd still filing in here to the J.E. Boswell Auditorium. Very nice gym, I must say. My first trip here to Lebanon as far as the gymnasium goes. Obviously a couple trips during football season, but of course this auditorium, very, very nice. And I gotta say, one of my favorite broadcast setups I've had all season long. Love Waynesville, and of course love my multiple setups over there in Waynesville. But this is interesting. Up in the corner, kind of on a floating platform, so to speak. And then of course you got kind of like the cushioned seating all around the gym. I texted a buddy. It feels like a mid-major D1 auditorium here with the seating and just kind of the general setup here in Lebanon. So, well, I'm looking forward to some fun here today. We'll hopefully get ourselves a Waynesville Lady Tiger victory, but we still have 13 minutes left to go in the tip. We'll go ahead and take ourselves our first break of the day. How about that? We'll let a few sponsors identify themselves. So we'll be back here in about 4 minutes or so. Back here in 4 minutes, we'll talk about Waynesville and what they've done as of late. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball. It's 97.9 The Source.
Gasco Sage Electric is owned by their consumer members who use their electricity and other services. They've been providing services to Camden, Marys, Miller, Phelps, and Pulaski counties since 1945. Much like electricity, Gasco Sage considers broadband internet to be an essential service, not just in the big cities, but right here in the rural communities they serve. They work hard at making a difference in the futures of the communities they serve. As a new G-Tech Fiber customer, you can soon be part of their high-speed fiber-to-home broadband network. Give them a call today, 573-759-7146.
Turn on the heat. Call AirServe Heating and Air in West Waynesville and get your existing system checked and serviced. If it's time to step up and get a new system, the Luxair high-performance heating and air equipment is top of the line. Luxair sets the standard year in and year out with new features and innovations in the industry and has since 1954. Your Luxair system is just a phone call away at AirServe Heating and Air at 433-3613 or stop by the office on Historic Route 66 in West Waynesville and ask about the Luxair Advantage. Mailbox It in St. Robert is now your complete shipping headquarters. Mailbox It is a UPS authorized shipping agent. They can ship your package UPS, accept UPS drop-offs, and can accept UPS returns with a shipping label. Add FedEx and the United States Postal Service, and why go anywhere else? Mailbox It is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Mailbox It is a copy, print, and document service center. They can even print your photos and canvases. Mailbox It, 213 Suite 3, St. Robert Boulevard.
The trucks are coming in and coming in. Lowe Chevrolet in Waynesville has vehicles on the lot with your name on it. Stop by and check out the selection. Take your pick and drive off the lot today with a new or pre-owned vehicle of your choice. Lowe Chevrolet can help you with financing, service, and so much more. Serving the community you live in for over 30 years. Lowe Chevrolet off I-44 exit 156 in Waynesville.
Fall is in the air, but this family is in turmoil. Here's Mom, Dad, and even little Sally. Why are they upset? Well, there's the laundry, the dishes, the floors, the office, the yard work and PTA, the homework, soccer, and dance class. And nobody has time to cook a good meal. All right, family, now huddle up. Here's the plan.
Home Plate Grill of Dixon is not only the place to get a great home-cooked meal anytime, but you also get outstanding service that is quick and affordable. Home Plate Grill of Dixon, down-home comfort food and exceptional service that keeps you coming back again and again.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
An independent company, family-owned and operated. That's Frisco Fuel LLC in Stoutland, bringing the fuel you need to the farm and the business to keep things running and the production moving forward. Frisco Fuel LLC is a fuel delivery service located on Keepsake Road in the Frisco Lee community of Stoutland. Their high-quality products, reliable, on-time deliveries, competitive prices, and friendly customer service set them apart from all the competition. And with 24/7 service, Frisco Fuel is there when you need them, and they're just a phone call away at 417-763-3835. When the fuel on the farm or your business is running low, call Frisco Fuel, and the delivery trucks will be on their way.
Role models are more important than ever in today's society. You can serve as a role model for others the next time you display good sportsmanship at a high school athletic event. Good sports are winners and are also vital to preserving our fine sports traditions. So the next time you attend a sporting event, remember to be a good sport and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Again at the Lebanon High School Gymnasium, the J.E. Boswell Auditorium, about 8.5 minutes away from opening tip here in today's varsity girls contest. The Waynesville Lady Tigers set to take on the Lebanon Lady Jackets. Waynesville looking for a victory here. Lost their last two straight here, so trying to get back in the win column here today, but again facing a very tough team in the Lebanon Lady Jackets. 14-7 on the campaign is Lebanon. Of course, Waynesville 9-13 themselves. So once again, Connor Harvard here with you, 97.9 The Source. Let's go ahead and take a look here at what Waynesville has been able to do as of late. Briefly mentioned at the top of the broadcast, that game against Rolla last Thursday. A very hard-fought game. Unfortunately, just were not able to go the distance there in that one. A 57-40 loss after leading 24-21 there at the break. Rolla really able to start hitting shots that they were more accustomed to. I would say Waynesville able to take away the inside and a little bit of the outside there in that contest. Things just kind of opened up for Rolla as we moved on in that ball game. So Waynesville looked to really do more of the same. You put together two halves like you had against the first half against Rolla, then I'd say you're in pretty good shape here in this one. But, of course, Lebanon, they have some talent over on their side of the floor. Doing so is much easier said than done. But before the Raleigh game, a 73-34 loss to West Plains. That game on the road. Last victory came back on February 2nd, a 62-44 win against Hillcrest. Still waiting for that game against Camden. Again, that will be next week. That will be on the 23rd, I do believe. That game being played on the road at Camden High School. Before that, 7th place at the Washington Tournament, a 62-53 victory over Pacific after a couple losses to begin the tournament to Francis Howell Central and Ursuline Academy. So, Waynesville again, 9-13, still hunting for that 10th win of the season. They'll get a few more chances to try to find it, including a couple this week. Again, Lebanon tonight, and then later on Thursday, back at home against Parkview. Parkview, remember, about 500. So, if not this game, that Parkview game could be very, very interesting for Waynesville there as well. I'm expecting 2 very good games here this week. So again, I've mentioned Lebanon a couple times here, 14-7 on the year. Taking a look at their recent games, 2 wins in a row for the Lady Jackets. It was 73-38 against Central back on February the 9th, last Thursday, here at home in Lebanon. And before that, a narrow win over the Glendale Lady Falcons. Remember, Glendale beat Waynesville earlier on in the season when it was Lebanon who picked up the victory, 50-49. In that particular matchup. A loss to Rolla as well, but a very narrow loss once again, 62-59 there. And then you take a look at the I-44 Ladies Classic. I believe, taking a look there, assuming an 18 tournament, that would be a 3rd place finish. No, excuse me, how about a 2nd place finish for Lebanon there in that one? Wins against St. Charles and Troy Buchanan, and then a loss to Carl Junction in what I presume would be the championship game. So Lebanon, again, a fair share of success. They are 3-2 in their last 5. Those 2 losses, though, to good King and those good programs in Rolla and Carl Junction. A little more familiar with Carl Junction being from Nevada and all, but still, like I've pretty much stressed the last few minutes or so and during this pregame, this is a good team, and Waynesville is going to have to be on their A game if they want to walk away victors here in this one. Again, a good-sized crowd on hand. See the student swarm, they call it here in Lebanon, over on the other side of the floor. And, of course, the Jammin' Jackets pep band over there. I like the nicknames around here. Definitely a whole lot of fun. But it's going to be a fun one here in Lebanon. We're going to take ourselves another break. We're going to take 2 minutes. We're going to take 2 minutes, and when we come back, I'll talk a little bit more about our district coverage. Again, going to take a break here from Waynesville next week. Going to kind of pull away from the regular season, the conclusion of the regular season, as classes 1, 2, and 3 begin their district play next week. We will have a full week of games, 6 days of games, in fact, coming up for you next week. But hey, we're going to take 2 minutes. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball. It's 97.9 The Source.
What if you stepped out of the picture tonight? How would you want to be remembered? And who would make decisions about planning your funeral service? This is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. We help families create meaningful services that respect and honor the memory of their loved one's life. At Memorial Chapels and Crematory, we offer our support and guidance when your family needs us the most.
Happy New Year from everyone at Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert. I'm Mike Freeman, and I'd like to invite you to start the new year in a new Ford. Hurry in now to take advantage of 0% financing for 36 months with approved credit on new 2022 F-150s and select SUVs. Plus, get a $1,000 rebate and huge Ed Morse discounts. Visit Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert today or shop online at edmorsefordstrobert.com and find out what it means to be backed by Morse. Offer ends January 31st. See dealer for details.
Wondering where to go for care at Phelps Health? For non-life-threatening conditions that require ongoing care and prevention, like annual checkups or colds, make an appointment with one of our primary care providers. When you need immediate attention for non-life-threatening health matters, like a cut that may require stitches, our immediate care clinics in Rolla and Waynesville are here to help. And if you're experiencing life-threatening medical issues, the Phelps Health Emergency Department is committed to caring for you when you need it most. Visit phelpshealth.org to learn more.
When the chaos is over and the dust settles, it's a relief to see that big old tree you've always loved still there, unharmed and confident. Confidence that brings about trust and comfort from a full-service bank right here in your own community. Your one stop for savings, checking, home equity and auto loans, and CDs and money markets. That's your protection from the storm.
The Bank of Iberia in 2 locations, Iberia and Waynesville. Come on in to the Bank of Iberia.
Back here once again at the J.E. Boswell Auditorium here in Lebanon, awaiting the start of tonight's Lady Tiger varsity contest. The Lady Tigers of Waynesville taking on the Lady Jackets of Lebanon. Got about 2 minutes here to tip, or should I say 2 minutes to your starting lineups and your national anthem there as well. So with the time we have, want to go ahead and mention again our district basketball coverage. Picking up next week, 6 days of games alternating between boys and girls. We've got 8 teams vying for some district titles. Going to be covering one district in class in particular, Class 2, District 9. Going to feature several of our Frisco League teams, and of course the internet connection around here, not the strongest, or at least up where I'm sitting here at the moment. Elsewhere in the school it was perfectly fine, but up here a little slow. But I do have the brackets already pulled up. Lucky me. So we go ahead and take a look here. The boys' side, well, that'll be how about the girls' side? We'll actually be covering the girls first. No, the boys. I was right the first time. The boys are going to be playing on Monday the 20th. We'll have 3 games for you there on that day. So look forward to it there. There it is. There's what I'm looking for. How about 3 games? Iberia and Newburgh. Of course, 2 Frisco League teams going at it. Stowland and Richland will be our second game of the day. And then Crocker, Vienna. That'll be our 3rd game of the day. So we will see several Frisco League teams. The 1 seed is Eugene, 2 seed the Stowland Tigers, 3 seed the Crocker Lions, 4 seed the Iberia Rangers, 5th seed Newburgh Wolves, the 6th seed the Vienna Eagles, and then the 7th seed the Richland Bears. I said 8, I meant 7. 7 teams on both sides. We'll look at the girls here in just a little bit, but first, we do have to take ourselves another break. We got the national anthem here on the way for our current contest. Tonight's contest, of course, Waynesville and the Lebanon. I'll be back here in a few with your starting lineups, and again, the opening tip. Here in this one, you're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball. It's 97.9 The Source.
In sports, success is measured in the number of points scored, in games won, and in championships earned. At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in our community support, and being there when you need us. In fact, 9 out of 10 people surveyed with a claim would recommend Shelter to a friend. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For a free insurance review,
for auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, John Gregory, your Shelter Insurance agent in Crocker.
Or stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your Shelter Insurance agent in Richland.
New Year's savings all the way through February at St. Robert Auto Supply, your Napa parts store. Get $20 to $25 rebates on the purchase of Legend and Legend Premium AGM and AAA branded automotive batteries. Since it's the coldest time of the year, several Napa brand battery chargers are on sale too, as well as booster cables. Save 50% on Napa night vision headlights. All the oil and antifreeze you'll ever need, you'll find at St. Robert Auto Supply. And pick up a gallon jug of Peak Window De-Icer Windshield Wash in anti-frost purple, $4.49. This and more at your Napa parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply, where you get the good stuff 7 days a week.
And of course, the Jammin' Jackets pep band here in Lebanon, playing our national anthem as we are officially underway, or just about a couple minutes away from getting started here in tonight's varsity matchup. Again, the Waynesville Lady Tigers on the road today, taking on the Lebanon Lady Jackets. Waynesville 9-13 on the year, Lebanon 14-7 on the campaign. So let's go ahead and get a look here at your starting lineups. First, of course, for Waynesville here tonight. First one on the floor, you're going to have the freshman guard in Riley Grossfener. And then how about the other freshman guard, Reagan Grossfener? Riley and Reagan here tonight, again, getting the call. Also out there on the floor, that'll be your sophomore guard in Caitlin Black. Excuse me, have the junior guard in Caitlin Black. You also have out there on the floor Brittany Davison, the senior. And then you'll have the junior forward in Brianna Hurd. Of course, Hurd, your leading scorer last time out against Rolla. Another big game for them there. 27 points there in that one. They'll turn down the lights here in Lebanon. Always a good thing up here in the press booth. But, of course, got my flashlight all set and ready to go. Isn't technology wonderful? Well, let's go ahead and get your starting lineup here for the Yellow Jacket. First one out on the floor, that's going to be the 5'6" sophomore guard in Faith Kaufman. And then you'll have yourself a 5'9" sophomore guard in Nevaeh Shockley. Also out there on the floor, that'll be a 5'11" junior forward in Bodie Cox. And then rounding out, how about a 6 tall senior forward? Yeah, there you go. How about Heaven Shockley? So we'll have two pairs of siblings out there on the floor. We'll call them Nevaeh and Heaven there for easier access. And finally, rounding up the starting lineup here, looks like that is going to be a 5'11" senior guard in Reagan McCowan. So again, for Waynesville, you've got Grossfeiner and Grossfeiner, Riley and Reagan. You've got Caitlin Black, Brittany Davison, and Brianna Hurd as well. For Lebanon, Faith Kaufman, Reagan McCowan, Nevaeh Shockley, Bodie Cox, and Heaven Shockley. Actually, we might just call them by their full names over there, Nevaeh and Heaven, just so we all know. We all know who Riley and Reagan, of course, are here. We've followed them all season long, but might help me to remember the two Shockley siblings out there. See here, Lebanon, they do have some height. They do have a 6 tall senior in Heaven Shockley. We'll see how Hurd attacks inside. We'll see what kind of impact Hurd's able to make on this game. Actually, make that a full team extension there. We're looking for all the Lady Tigers to have success here in this one. But here's a fast break layup off the opening tip. Bodie Cox going to put it in for a quick 2. Lebanon finds itself trailing very, very early. Here's a steal off the full court press. Shot up from the left baseline. No good, but a foul. We're heading to the line for 2. So once again, we're going to see a full court press. Waynesville's been seeing that all season long. We're able to break it very, very quickly against Rolla. In fact, got the Lady Bulldogs to pull back into the half court. Well, not so much success here on their first try. As McCowan does sink the first. Foul was on Reagan Grossfeiner, her first. So make that 3-0 now to start. Second free throw on its way. That one is also good. So 4 quick points here for Lebanon to start tonight's ball game. Here's Reagan moving up the left sideline here. Stops just shy of the half-court line. Now trying to bring it back to her right. Able to pass it across the line over to Black. Caitlin Black, of course. Over to Reagan. Back to Black. Black setting up for 3. Got it. Nothing but net. Back to 1 we go. As always, Caitlin Black, we're going to look for her to shoot from outside. At just the 1 against Rolla. Always nice when she can get it going. A nice supplement there to Hurd. Heaven Shockley going to send it down out to the right corner. 3-pointer there for Kaufman's no good. Rebounded underneath, though, by Cox. Turns around, puts up a shot of her own. No good. Out of bounds it goes. They'll say last touched by Cox. Trying to save her wayward shot. It will go back with Waynesville. So Waynesville a chance here. Trailing by 1. Here's a ball tipped. Out of bounds it goes. Last touch, though, by Nevaeh Shockley. It will be Waynesville ball. Nevaeh and Heaven. Nevaeh, spelled backwards. Heaven, or Heaven spelled backwards, Nevaeh, I should say. That's kind of fun. Caitlin Black going to take the inbounds pass, but throws it away, trying to find Hurd. Threw it over the top, and it will be Lebanon ball on the baseline. I've seen a fair share of Nevaehs in my day. Must be getting more popular. Here's a 3-pointer off the top of the key. No good. Fight for the rebound, picked up by Cox, trying to put it back in. Her shot's no good. Again gets her own rebound. Third try of asking, that one's no good, but another offensive rebound. Nevaeh Shockley on the right block, turns around. That shot's no good as well. Long rebound this time, going to end up being a jump ball. That arrow pointing back towards Waynesville. So the Lady Tigers catching a bit of a break there. 4 shots on that possession for Lebanon. But Waynesville will get control of the basketball back. Davison to inbound, trying to go up the sideline. Ball's knocked away, though. Picked up here by Lebanon. Heaven Shockley coming up to the right wing, moving it on into the corner. She'll pass it out to the left wing. Here's Cox up top, over to Nevaeh. Inside, up and around. Cox, 13-footer, is good. Bodie Cox, both shots from the field tonight for Lebanon. And the Yellow Jackets lead by 3 here, 6-3. Here's a foul up the floor. First foul coming up here on Lebanon. This one looks like it's going to be charged to Nevaeh Shockley, her first. So Cox off to a quick start here. Caitlin Black, of course, all 3 of Waynesville's points. It's Black with the basketball. She brings it to the left wing before passing it back to Davison. Davison back up top of the key. Here's Black once more. Black, volleyball line. Picks up the dribble, trying to throw it inside to her, but they knock it away. Lebanon comes up with another steal. Turnovers already a problem here for Waynesville. Going to need to cut down on those throughout the ball game tonight. Shockley hands it on over to Cox. Cox driving to her left. Dumps it off left baseline. Kaufman hands it off, and that's a and one. Reagan McCowan off the right block. She gets her first shot from the field, and she'll be fouled as well. She'll get a chance to make it a three-point play. Waynesville already giving Lebanon more than their fair share of opportunities on the offensive side of the floor. Foul's going to belong to Brittany Davis in her first. That's the problem you run into when you do turn the ball over frequently. Here's a shot, no good on the free throw. McCowan, she'll stay with 4 for the time being. Still 8-3. Here comes Brianna Hurd back the other way. She's fouled once again, dribbling through contact. Second foul incoming here on Lebanon. This one's going to be called on Faith Kaufman. This is the Lebanon team. Again, we talked about how much success they've had during the season. This is the Lebanon team with not a whole lot of senior leadership. Only 2 seniors there. Future's bright for Lebanon, if that's the case. Missed shot off the inbounds pass. Riley Grossfener can't get it to go. Rebounded by Nevaeh. Hands it off over to, that'll be McCowan. McCowan driving baseline. Her shot's no good. Long rebound, loose rebound, hauled in by Riley. Riley being chased down the right sideline. She'll pull it up. Now tries to throw it inside to Reagan. But Lebanon gets a hand on it. It actually goes off of Reagan on its way out of bounds. Another Waynesville turnover. Just 2.5 minutes into this one. Slow-moving ball game here with our numerous whistles, jump balls, free throws, and the like. Here's a three-pointer. Kaufman going to pull it back down. Over to the right wing, Nevaeh. Inside over to Heaven. Heaven guarded by Black. Out to the corner now. Here's Cox. Going to take another mid-range jumper. Back of the rim, no good. Picked up, though, underneath by Heaven. And she'll go ahead and put it in off the glass. 7 points of differential now here as Reagan inbounds it to Riley. Back to Reagan. Reagan picks it up. Goes over to the left side of the floor over to Riley. Riley trying to throw it on over to Reagan. Another unforced turnover. And the problems continue here early on. Time an unforced turnover here as Lebanon comes back down the floor. It's Nevaeh top of the key to Kaufman. Inside over to Heaven. Heaven over to Nevaeh on the right wing. Going to bring it up to the free throw line. Inside, back outside here. Nevaeh going to take a three. Too far to the right. No good. Rebounded, though, by Cox. Cox has shot over her. No good, but she will be fouled. Another 2 free throws here for Lebanon. Offensive rebounding also starting to be a problem here for Waynesville. So we'll actually get ourselves a timeout here taken by Waynesville. So before we get some free throws here, we'll have a timeout taken by Coach Matlock and the Waynesville Lady Tigers. They trail by 7 here early on in this contest. 4:41 left to go here in the first. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball, 97.9 The Source.
From short stacks to family memories, from cuddly companions to outdoor adventures, the Bank of Missouri is here for all of life's moments. As a local community bank, we work closely with our customers to understand their priorities and the changes that affect their finances. So whether you need us to be the bank of pancake breakfasts, the bank of new best friends, or the bank of fireside memories, the Bank of Missouri can help you live well, bank well.
Coming out of the Waynesville timeout, heading back to the line is Lebanon. Will be their third trip to the line tonight, 2 for 3. All coming from the hands of Reagan McCowan, but this time it's going to be Bodie Cox at the line. Connor Harbert here with you, 97.9 The Source. Cox's first free throw rattles it home. 5 points now for Cox. Leads now 8 here at 11-3. Cox, 5'11 junior forward. Second shot's up and away. That one, again, off the front of the rim. Falls through. Make that 6 points for Cox, 12-3. 9 points of deficit now. Here's Riley. Dribbles up the sideline, followed by Kaufman. Gives it on back over to Reagan. Reagan having a little bit of trouble trying to pass it up the sideline here. I don't know if that was out of bounds, but they'll call it so. Tell you what, I have the vantage point on that one. You might have had a better view on that one, but it's going to be another turnover here on Waynesville. Like I said, up in the sky here today. Good day to be afraid of heights. Here's a turnaround jumper. Heaven Shockley, no good. Rebound. 2 Lady Tigers getting their hands on it, but Reagan Grossfener trying to hand it off to Black, ends up just putting the ball back on the floor. Lebanon gets their hands in there, and it's a jump ball. Bit of another miscommunication there for Waynesville, as it will be Lady Jacket ball. Nevada inbound. Lobs it up there, top of the key, picked up here by McCowan. She'll drive through. Shot from about 9 feet's no good. Offensive rebound, Bodie Cox. She puts it up and in. Waynesville able to break the pressure quickly here this time. Brittany Davison left elbow, trying to find Herden's drive, but she'll throw it away. Another steal here for the Lady Jackets. Coming through, McCowan, left side layup is good. Some issues that reared their ugly head at the beginning of the season starting to come back to bite Waynesville a bit here. The turnovers and the offensive rebounds here as Herd's foul driving to the basket. Going for the left side layup. She'll head to the line here for 2. Fouls on Reagan McCowan, her first, third team foul. We saw it a lot in the beginning of the season. They've been able to kind of cut back on them, especially prevalent in that Rolla game. So far, it's been very, very, very much a problem. Herd's first free throw, that one's good. Herd on the board here, her first point of the evening. 16-4 now our score, setting up for number 2. It is also good. So Herd goes 2 for 2. Put herself in the scoring book here tonight, 16-5. Kaufman, right corner, passing it off here over to McCowan. Inside Cox now, and 1. That'll be the second foul here on Herd, as Cox now has 10 points already here in this first quarter. So Herd picks up number 2 here as we get our game's first substitution for the Yellow Jackets. Brooklyn O'Kane will check in. As Cox stands at the line shooting another and 1. Free throw, rolls off the rim and in. 3 for 3 from the line now is Cox. She's got 11 of the 19, and it's a 14-point lead, 19-5. Herd going to lose control of the dribble here, and it's picked up by Heaven. Another Waynesville turnover. Nevea, right sideline, up at the top of the key. Here's O'Kane. Free throw line. Heaven Shockley going to turn around. She'll travel with it. Ball back over to the Lady Tigers. It's already got to be double-digit turnovers on Waynesville here tonight. So we see another Waynesville substitution. Caitlin Black checking in here for Lauren Lurcher. Apologies, forgot to mention that. Ball's inbounded here. Davison coming up the left sideline here, being chased down. Picks up the dribble, off to Black. Black looking for another 3. It's good. Caitlin Black good for another 3. Make that her second of the ball game. Back down to 11 we go, 19-8. As it follows, Black your leading scorer here with 6. O'Kane over to the left side here. McCowan driving baseline. Zings it on over to the opposite wing. Here's Nevea. Nevea trying to go back out to the corner here. McCowan almost lost control of it there. Picks it back up, drives through the middle of the lane. Foul on the floor. And it's going to be called here on Waynesville. Another foul charge to the Lady Tigers. Already 8 fouls in 5 minutes in this one. Not the trend we've been seeing in these ball games as of late. We've often seen not a whole lot of fouls called in the first half. Not the case here. Well, we've got an active whistle here tonight. Waynesville's going to need to adjust. Here's a lob off the inbounds pass, but it's too high. Picked up by Waynesville. Pass up the floor here to Herd. Herd looking down the floor, going to find Reagan. Open on the right block. Misses the bunny, though. Chance of an offensive rebound. Waynesville not going to come up with it. Mulholland's unable to save it from going out of bounds. It's picked up by Lebanon. Down the floor it goes here. Driving in. That's going to be Cox. Right side layup. No good. Rebounded by McCowan. She lost the dribble, though, out of bounds. It's Waynesville ball. Waynesville a chance to bring the lead back to single digits here with a basket. 2 or 3 would get it done. A pair of free throws would also do it. 1 point would make it 10. Lead's currently 11. I went to school for that. Mulholland going to pass it on over to Black. Black bringing it up to the left wing. Already 2 for 2 from outside today. We'll see if that's the trend that continues on. Here's Mulholland on the right baseline. Over to Reagan. Reagan up top to Riley. Riley going to take, I believe, the long 2, but she rattled it in. Riley Grossfeeder on the board. That's her first 2. And again, the lead's back to 9, 19-10. Riley and Reagan both had solid first halves against Rolla. Need their scoring here tonight. Here's McCowan. Shot from the baseline. Too short. No good. Another offensive rebound for Bodie Cox, and she'll put it up and in. Make it another 2 here for Cox. She's now got 13 here in this quarter. Herd fouled up the floor. Another Lebanon foul. This one's going to be picked up by Brooklyn O'Kane, her first, team fourth. Another substitution here. Morgan Durbin will check in here for Lebanon. She's going to replace Nevaeh Shockley. As it'll be Reagan inbound here from the sideline. Going into the corner here, Black looking for a third three. Got it again. 3 for 3 now is Caitlin Black to start this game. She's got 9. Keeping Waynesville kind of within it right now. It's 21-13. Let her shoot here today. As the kids would say, let her cook. Here's a whistle and a foul on the floor, charged to Waynesville. This one's going to be charged to Riley Grosswiener. That'll be her first, team sixth. Lebanon 1 foul away from entering the bonus here tonight. Substitution here for Waynesville. Kayla Brown checking in for the first time. She's going to replace Mulholland on the floor. Ball's inbounded here. Right baseline. McCowan going across the lane. Going to find Cox. Cox double-teamed underneath the basket. Finds McCowan. 10-foot jumper's good. McCowan and Cox have all but 2 of the Lebanon points here tonight. Here comes Hurd. Jumper, left elbow, front of the rim, no good. Loose rebound, though. Hurd trying to save it. Unable to do so. Lebanon ball. Cox at the moment, 13 points. McCowan, I can do some math here. 8 points. And then 2 points for Heaven Shockley. Moving to her right here, Durbin. Off to O'Kane, inside, onto the right elbow. Trying to go inside to Heaven Shockley. Ball ends up tipped away, but Heaven there to pick it back up. Driving through Hurd there. Shot up no good. Rebounded, though, by Cox. Her shot's no good. And Hurd's eventually able to bring in the rebound. Under a minute left to go here in the first quarter. Ball goes over to Black. Off to Reagan. Reagan long 2 once again. Right side of the rim, no good. Foul on the rebound. Going to be charged here to Lebanon. They'll say a push from behind. Some call it over the back. It's actually a push. But it is going to be a foul here on Bodie Cox, her first. Team fifth. Waynesville quickly inbounds it here. Caitlin Black again, top of the key. Got it! A 4th straight 3 here for Caitlin Black. She's into double digits. And that brings the lead back to 7. 23-16 our score. Caitlin Black again, 12 points here in this one. 30-second timeout. We'll take one ourselves. You're listening to Waynesville Lady Tiger Basketball, 97.9 The Source.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri. The
timeout. Well, Waynesville's had their struggles, but they've had a lot of success from outside. Caitlin Black, 4 for 4 from the three-point line to start this one out. As she takes a break here, actually out of the ballgame here at the moment, I do believe. Nope, there she is down there on the left block. Excuse me. 12 points for Black. Lead down to 7. 23-16 our score. Waynesville going to need to do a better job again with the turnovers and the rebounding there as well. Morgan Durbin with the basketball beyond the volleyball line. Going to pass it over to the left side. O'Kane has it. O'Kane looking for McCowan, but instead going to dribble on through to the right side. Top of the key. Back beyond the volleyball line. Lebanon looks like they may be holding for the final shot. 17 left to go here in the quarter. O'Kane still around the half-court line here. A sub coming in for Lebanon if there's a dead ball. So Kane steps up top of the key. 8 seconds now into the corner. Durbin for 3. Too far to the left, no good. Loose rebound, out of bounds. Who touched it last? They'll say it was last touched by Waynesville. It'll be a Lady Jacket ball underneath on the baseline with 2.8 left to go in the quarter. O'Kane checks out. Nevaeh Shockley back in. She'll be the one to inbound. Looking for the lob here to McCowan. She picks it back up. One dribbled. Fade across the middle of the lane. Got it to go. Another 2 points for McCowan to end the quarter. It's a 9-point Lebanon lead. So Waynesville going to need to find a way to stop McCowan and Cox. 23 of the 25 Lebanon points. They lead here by 9. Again, Caitlin Black, the hot shot. 12 points herself to keep it within single digits. Back in 60 seconds for our second quarter. You're listening to Waynesville Lady Tiger Basketball. It's 97.9 The Source.
Gasco Sage Electric is owned by their consumer members who use their electricity and other services. They've been providing services to Camden, Marys, Miller, Phelps, and Pulaski counties since 1945. Much like electricity, Gasco Sage considers broadband internet to be an essential service, not just in the big cities, but right here in the rural communities they serve. They work hard at making a difference in the futures of the communities they serve. As a new G-Tech Fiber customer, you can soon be part of their high-speed fiber-to-home broadband network. Give them a call today, 573-759-7146.
Turn on the heat. Call AirServe Heating and Air in West Waynesville and get your existing system checked and serviced. If it's time to step up and get a new system, the Luxair high-performance heating and air equipment is top of the line. Luxair sets the standard year in and year out with new features and innovations in the industry and has since 1954. Your Luxair system is just a phone call away at AirServe Heating and Air at 433-3613 or stop by the office on Historic Route 66 in West Waynesville and ask about the Luxair Advantage.
Second quarter here in Lebanon at the moment. Waynesville, they trail by 9. They will begin the quarter with the basketball, 25-16 on our score. Caitlin Black leading the way for Waynesville. She's got 12. Not leading all scores, though. That would be 13 points for Bodie Cox. But still Black 4 for 4 from outside here in this one. Here's Brianna Hurd on the right block, fighting through contact. Shot up, no good, but a blocking foul is going to be called. 2 free throws here for Hurd to start out the quarter. It's Connor Harbert here with you. 97-9 the source, as that foul is going to be charged here to Morgan Durbin. It'll be her first personal. 16 foul. Both teams now in the bonus on their next fouls. This one going to be a 2-shot free throw experience, though. Trip experience. Don't know what you want to call it. Hurd's first free throw rattles out, no good. Hurd 2 points in that first quarter, both from the free throw line. Now 2 for 3 total from the line. Second free throw is up, and it is good. So Hurd hits number 2. She's got 3 now, and the lead's down to 8, 25-17. Durbin here, right corner, picked up by Black. To the wing, on over to Nevaeh Shockley. Moving over to the left-hand side here, centers the basketball now. Lebanon setting up the offense, over to the left wing, over to Durbin. Nevaeh takes it again, top of the key, back over to McCowan. 10 points for McCowan in that first quarter. She's going to drive all the way in. Shot up no good. Rebounded though underneath by Heaven Shockley, and she'll put it up and in. Shockley now with 4 points. And it's back to 10 now, 27-17. Here comes Hurd all the way into the basket. Right side layup. No, going to call charge. No way was she set. Wow. No way. That'll be number 3 on Hurd. Oh, no. Oh, that'll be a tragic foul in the grand scheme of things. No 1-1, but that is going to be Hurd's third. Going to need to play careful out there now. As McCowan takes it left elbow over to the left baseline. Shockley, mid-range jumper. That one's a foul from behind on the rebound. Picked up here by Cox. She'll pick up number 2, and that'll actually lead to a 1-1. That'll be number 2 here on Cox as we get a substitution here. Kayla Brown will check in for Hurd. That'll be the 17th foul. But I was going to say they hand the ball off here to Reagan. Now we'll get an official's timeout. And now we'll head on over to the other side of the floor for a 1-1. Again, we're going to see free throws here in this quarter. If the trend from the first quarter holds. Plenty of whistles. Both teams now with 17 fouls apiece. It'll be Caitlin Black who shoots the free throws, by the way. She'll set up from the line. Chance to make it maybe 13 and 14. First free throw. That one's good. So Black 13 points now. First shot of the day, or first point of the day that didn't come from outside. Second free throw. Front of the rim, no good. 27-18 now our score. Trailing by 9 is Waynesville. Faith Kaufman, right corner, trying to go inside to Cox. Cox, turnaround jumper, right baseline, too hard, rebounded by Reagan. Reagan comes up with it here. She dribbles up the floor. Going to pass it off to Riley, to the right wing, over to the corner, Brown. Off to Riley. Riley driving in. Shot over the top of Heaven Shockley's no good, but Lebanon lost control of the rebound. Waynesville going to take it right on back. So this is a big moment here for Waynesville. How do you play without Hurd at the moment? Again, Kayla Brown called upon in a big spot here. Trying to pass across the lane. It's stolen by Cox. Cox, open right side layup is good. Cox with another 2 here. 15 points in this first half. Riley Grosvenor up the right sideline. Passing it off here to Brown, standing in the corner. Guarded by Heaven underneath, finding a wide open Reagan Grosvenor for 2. A nice cut there by Reagan Grosvenor to find herself some open space on the blocks. And a good pass there by Brown to complete the 2-point play. 29-20 now. Heaven Shockley inside, going around Black here. Whistle and a travel called. Turnover on Lebanon. Ball back to Waynesville. 6:06 left to go here in the second quarter. Ball's quickly inbounded here to Brown. Brown pushing it up the sideline here. Going all the way into the corner before turning back around, picking up the dribble, trying to go inside to Black. Stolen away. Stolen by Kaufman. She'll come up the middle of the floor. Passing it back over to Nevaeh Shockley. Guarded by Brown. Inside, Heaven Shockley. Down to the left block. Shot over the top of Reagan is good. Waynesville very much outsized here at the moment without Hurd. You already see Lebanon looking for that height differential more and more. Davison, left side layup, left it way long. Riley on the putback, couldn't get it to go. Loose ball on the rebound. Going to have a jump ball here. Arrow pointing back toward Lebanon. Heaven Shockley, 6 foot tall, senior forward. Again, one of 2 seniors on this year's lineup. Tallest player out there right now for Waynesville. That would maybe either be Davison or Black, or maybe the recently checked in Madison Mulholland. Of course, none of them particularly reaching that 6 feet line. About 5'7", 5'8", 5'9", the 3 of them. Here's a whistle and a foul going to be charged to Lebanon. Offensive foul charged. That's going to go against Faith Kaufman. Riley Grosvenor hitting the floor there. Offensive foul again, meaning no free throws, but that will be number 2 here on Kaufman. So Waynesville again to inbound. Mulholland takes it. Passing it up the floor here to Reagan. Reagan, long 2, foot on the line, no good. Picked up here by Heaven. Heaven Shockley on the rebound. Standing underneath the basket, that's Nevaeh. Didn't like the shot, though. Hands it off to the left block. Kaufman's there for 2. Here's a whistle and a foul off the inbounds pass. We're going to shoot 1-1 here. Caitlin Black will step back to the line now. 5:06 left to go in the half. Fouls on Kaufman, her 3rd. 9th team foul. So this one will be a 1-1 trip. Any foul from this point on will be 2. Brooklyn O'Kane checks back in for Lebanon. Black again stands at the line here. 13 points. 1 of 2 from the line. First free throw is good. Got to hop in off the rim. 33-21 now. Second free throw for Black. Off the right side of the rim. Once again, going to go 1 for 2 this time. As Lebanon brings it back the other way. Nevaeh on the right wing. Up top, O'Kane. Back to Nevaeh now. Looking inside. Going to find Cox. Cox working on Mulholland. Turnaround is good. And she'll get the foul as well. Had to be with the body, I'll tell you what. Let's see if they call it with the body. They will not. Interesting. Fouls on Madison Mulholland, her first. Team 8th. Cox stands for her 3rd and 1 opportunity of the day. Free throws up, too short, no good, but Cox is going to get her own rebound. Going in there, whistle and another foul on the floor. How about another 1-1 opportunity here for Cox? 18 fouls here in this first half. We still got 5 minutes to go. Buckle up. We'll have a whistle and a Waynesville timeout. We'll see if this one's a 30 or a 60. It'll be a 30-second timeout. So an active whistle here today. Waynesville going to need to adjust. Might need to give some space here. That'll be the 3rd on Davison. Tell you what, I've talked my way through it. Let's go ahead and keep it right here. As I once again remind you of the girls' side of things. Next week, I mentioned we were going to be stepping away from the Waynesville regular season matchups to cover some Class 2 district action. So once again, we got the boys coming up on Monday, February 20th. That'll be played in Richland, but we will have the girls' district in Lakeway. So I'm going to get my miles next week for sure. Not too far to travel, obviously, but still going to 2 different locations on 2 different days. 3 games on February 21st. They'll start with the 4-5 matchup, Newburgh in Iberia. Then we'll have the 2-7 matchup, Crocker and Vienna. And then we'll have the 3-6 matchup. That'll be Stoutland and Richland. Lakeway, the 1 seed there in that one. We will see them, the Lady Hornets, on February 23rd. They'll take on the winner again of Newburgh and Iberia. So lots of Frisco action next week. Real excited for that one. Of course, waiting to see what Waynesville's district fortunes will be. playing in an 8-team district as Bodie Cox steps back at the line here, 1-1 as we get back to this one. Here's the free throw, front of the rim, no good. Won't get the back half here, rebounded by Brown. She'll pass it up the floor here over to Black. Black driving into the right block, steps outside, passed it back. Reagan Grossfener, long two, is good. Tell you what, Reagan and Riley Grossfener, they both have that long mid-range jumper. If they could take one step back, we'd be getting some extra points. Here's a ball thrown away. Nevaeh Shockley trying to pass it to Cox on the left wing. Cox not ready for it. Waynesville gets it right back. Just one step back, and those twos turn into threes. Here's a ball inbounded by Reagan, though. Reagan again with 4 points tonight. 12-point advantage, 35-23. Riley over to Mulholland. Back out to Reagan now. Reagan, free throw line, off to Brown. Brown, off to Riley. Long two, foot on the line. Good. Exactly my point. One step back and hit the three-pointer, but we'll take the two, especially in this spot. She'll cut the lead back to 10 now, 35-25. Here's Reagan McCowan. Steps through, gets around Mulholland. An easy two, left side layup. Her first points of the quarter. She's got 12. Here's a steal off the inbounds pass. Brooklyn O'Kane comes up with it. Off to Shockley, inside. Cox turns around, left the shot short, gets her own rebound, goes back up, another and one. Oh, my goodness. That'll be the 10th team foul here on Waynesville. Second foul on Madison Mulholland. As Cox stands at the line for another and one opportunity. That one's off the front of the rim as well, and it's rebounded by Black. Waynesville coming quickly up the floor here, overthrowing the pass. Out of bounds it sails. It will become Lebanon basketball again. 19 first half fouls. And again, we're only halfway through quarter number 2. We could still have more. Waynesville already seeing themselves in a bit of foul trouble. Brianna Hurd on the bench right now with 3. Brittany Davison also with 3. She's out of the ballgame at the moment. Heaven Shockley coming across, middle of the lane. Shot no good. Rebounded by Black. Black going to pass it off to Riley. Over to the right side of the floor. Over to Reagan. Reagan going to step up to the wing here. Stops. Turns around. Passing it over to Brown. Brown looking to move right baseline. Instead passes it back out to Riley. Riley driving right baseline. Her shot's up. That'll be a bucket and a foul. I'll tell you what. I'll be a hypocrite in here and say, well, that's what we needed. Riley Grossfener, good for another 2. She's got 6 tonight. That'll also be the 10th team foul on Lebanon. So Riley will shoot 1 here. 3:18 left to go in the half. First trip to the line for Riley tonight. Shots up. Shots off the back of the rim. No good. Cox on the rebound. She'll bring it up the right side of the floor. Passing off here, Nevaeh Shockley. Over to the corner. Over to O'Kane. McCowan inside over to Cox. Cox double teamed outside. O'Kane going to take the 3. Too hard, no good. Heaven Shockley there for the rebound. Moving left baseline, trying to give it off to McCowan. Can't bring it in. Brown ends up on the floor with it. They'll call travel. Wasn't able to keep the dribble. She fell to the ground, and it will be Lebanon ball. Nevaeh to inbound. Toss it in. Heaven, left block. Buck in the foul. Would it be anything else? Shockley now with 8. She'll get an and one opportunity. Foul's going to be called on Riley Grossfener, her second. Shockley's shot up and away is good. First made free throw of the quarter for Lebanon. They were previously 0 for 3. Weren't able to complete any of the first 3 and ones in this quarter. 42-27, Riley Grossfener driving right baseline here, trying to pass it across the lane. Ball bounces off the leg of Heaven Shockley, out of bounds it goes. Waynesville ball underneath on the baseline here. Black can inbound it to Reagan, over to Riley on the right wing. Trying to throw it inside to Reagan, she'll catch it on the right elbow, trying to go high-low with Kayla Brown, but McCowan jumps in the passing lane and takes it away. 2:38 left to go in the half now. Volleyball line, trying to go inside to McCowan. Ball stripped away, but picked up by O'Kane. Going to pass it off to the corner. Cox takes an extra step before the dribble. She'll be whistled for traveling. Waynesville getting it back here. Lebanon still in that full court press. Here's a ball stolen away. I was about to say Waynesville's done a better job of breaking that press. Not this time. Open layup for Heaven Shockley, no good. Rebounded by McCowan. She'll finish it off the glass. McCowan good for another 2 here. She's got 14. Whistle and a foul on the floor. Let's head back to the other side and shoot 2. Fouls on Bodie Cox. That'll be number 3 on Cox. Tell you what, that might be a big help for Waynesville. Obviously missing our own best player there in Hurd. But Cox, who has currently got 19 points. She might be coming out for the rest of the half there as well. They do have a sub primed and ready. So Reagan Grossfeeder takes the first free throw. Bounces off the front of the rim, no good. And Morgan Durbin, she'll check in. She will replace Bodie Cox. Reagan takes a second free throw. It's good. So Reagan sinks the second. She's got 5 points in this one, 44-28. Now our score. Just over 2 minutes left to go here in the half. Nevaeh over to O'Kane on the right wing. Back to Nevaeh now. Pump fake. Guarded by Brown. Trying to go inside. Heaven Shockley picks up the dribble off the glass and in. Waynesville just being punished inside right now. Again, with your primary post player on the bench with the foul trouble. Black coming up the floor here. Going to pass it off to Riley to the left baseline. Lurcher trying to take the shot. It's blocked away by Heaven Shockley. It'll go out of bounds. Our officials going to get together to talk about who touched it last, though. And they'll give it over to Lebanon. (46-28), an 18-point Lebanon advantage now. Nevaeh over to the right wing, over to O'Kane. To the corner, McCowan. McCowan looking to drive baseline here. Whistle, foul, 2 free throws. That'll be the second foul here on Reagan Grossfeeder. Again, we crossed the 10-foul line a while ago. 2 more free throws here for Reagan McCowan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 fouls called in Waynesville here. As McCowan misses the first. Meanwhile, over on the Lebanon side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 22 first half fouls. Get a substitution here. Ruby Hisataki checking into the ball game here. Again, both teams going a little bit deeper into the bench. Hisataki, who had herself a great JV game tonight. She'll get some minutes here. Second free throw also no good. Tell you what, the silver lining has been Lebanon's not been too hot from the free throw line here in this quarter. But again, Hisataki, she'll get a chance to play some varsity ball here tonight. Riley Grossfeeder, shot blocked on the right block, but a loose rebound here. Riley trying to dive on the floor for it. Still picked up, though, by Shockley. She'll pass it off to Nevaeh. Nevaeh going to find an in-stride McCowan. Bucket and the foul. Wouldn't it be anything other else? Foul's going to be charged here to Lauren Lurcher, her first. As McCowan again stands at the line here. This time we'll be shooting 1. Free throws up, free throws good. That's just the second made free throw. They're now 2 for 7. Like I said, could be a lot worse for Waynesville, but at the moment they do trail by 21. Reagan Grossfeeder here on the wing. And pass it off here in the block. Hisataki will have a foul off the ball, maybe. We'll see who heads to the line here. Yep, it will be Reagan Grossfeeder to the line. It'll be an off-ball foul. And, well, how about 2 more free throws? This time for Waynesville, though. Fouls, they add a whole new layer to strategy to the ball game here as Morgan Durbin picks up the second. Reagan Grossfeeder sinks the first. 6 points now for. Back to 20 we go, 49-29. Second one incoming here for Reagan. 2 for 3 from the line. How about 3 for 4? Sinks the second. 49-30. 1:03 left to go in the half. Durbin in the corner here. Going to pass it off. Right wing, 3-pointer. McCowan, no good. Rebounded, though, underneath by Durbin. She's got the second chance points. Durbin's first 2 points. Whistle and a foul off the inbounds pass. Reagan Grossfeeder back to the line for another 2. At the half, if I was Coach Payne, Coach Jackie Payne of the Lebanon Lady Jackets, and if I was Coach Brittany Matlock, I would be teaching my team, watch any kind of contact here tonight. Our officials, they're looking for any kind of contact tonight. Foul's on Nevaeh Shockley, her second, as Reagan does sink the first. I will say this, they have been consistent on both sides of the floor. But man, compared to some first halves we saw last week, nobody's getting away with much tonight. Reagan Grossfeiner, her second shot's no good. Rebounded by Lebanon. 45 seconds left to go here in the half. 51-31. Lebanon on a tear offensively. 26 points here in this quarter. Heaven Shockley back up top of the key over to McCowan. Into the corner here. Durbin setting up for three. Shot over Reagan Grossfeiner's no good. Waynesville's got the rebound. Caitlin Black looking to bring it up the left sideline here. Under 30 seconds to go in the quarter. She'll pick up the dribble. Pass to the top of the key over to Reagan. She'll hand it off to Riley. Back to Reagan now. Guarded by Shockley. Top of the key, Riley. Moving to her right. Stops along the wing. Looking for a pass. Finds Hisataki. Hisataki, right baseline. Here's Lurcher for two. That one's too short. On the rebound, McCowan. Whistle, foul. Back to the other side for some free throws here with 8.6 on the clock. That'll be the third here on Riley Grossfeiner. So do you risk keeping her in here for the last 8.6 seconds of the quarter? Looks like no. Will be the answer for Coach Matlock. As Kayla Brown sent to the bench here. Again, as Reagan McCowan stands at the line for two. First free throw is good. McCowan now 18 points. Can make it 19 from the line here. Again, already over the half-century mark is Lebanon tonight. Second free throw is good. Rolls in off the rim. We'll check Lebanon's average points per game. I believe it was on the higher side of things here. This Lebanon team definitely has some firepower. So we do get a couple substitutions here. Checking in for the first time, Cameron Compton for Lebanon. Brianna Hurd also checking back in here right before the end of the quarter. Maybe feeling like they can get themselves an opportunity here. Keeping it the safe play here, maybe perhaps for Hurd. Has to watch it, though. Can't be picking up an offensive foul. But Hurd, she will take the inbounds pass. She'll come across half court. 3 seconds now on the clock here. Moving to her left. Step back three to end the quarter is no good off the front of the rim. It's a good look all in all, but it'll be a 22-point deficit here at the half. So a long first half. But a long first half that benefits the Yellow Jackets. Offensively, Lebanon not doing a whole lot of wrong here at the moment. They lead Waynesville 53-31. We'll take ourselves a few minutes for a timeout. I'll get my book here in order. Have a lot more points than usual to count here in this one for both sides. In fact, Waynesville, for all in all, they're doing themselves a pretty good night offensively as well. Just not able to keep the pace. We'll take a few minutes. We'll come back. You're listening to Waynesville Lady Tiger Basketball. It's 97.9 The Source.
Mailbox It in St. Robert is now your complete shipping headquarters. Mailbox It is a UPS authorized shipping agent. They can ship your package UPS, accept UPS drop-offs, and can accept UPS returns with a shipping label. Add FedEx and the United States Postal Service, and why go anywhere else? Mailbox It is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Mailbox It is a copy, print, and document service center. They can even print your photos and canvases. Mailbox It, 213 Suite 3, St. Robert Boulevard.
The trucks are coming in and coming in. Lowe Chevrolet in Waynesville has vehicles on the lot with your name on it. Stop by and check out the selection. Take your pick and drive off the lot today with a new or pre-owned vehicle of your choice. Lowe Chevrolet can help you with financing, service, and so much more. Serving the community you live in for over 30 years. Lowe Chevrolet, off I-44, exit 156 in Waynesville.
Fall is in the air, but this family is in turmoil. Here's Mom, Dad, and even little Sally. Why are they upset? Well, there's the laundry, the dishes, the floors, the office, the yard work and PTA, the homework, soccer, and dance class. And nobody has time to cook a good meal. All right, family, now huddle up. Here's the plan.
Home Plate Grill of Dixon is not only the place to get a great home-cooked meal anytime, but you also get outstanding service that is quick and affordable. Home Plate Grill of Dixon, down-home comfort food and exceptional service that keeps you coming back again and again.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
An independent company, family-owned and operated. That's Frisco Fuel LLC in Stoutland, bringing the fuel you need to the farm and the business to keep things running and the production moving forward. Frisco Fuel LLC is a fuel delivery service located on Keepsake Road in the Frisco Lee community of Stoutland. Their high-quality products, reliable on-time deliveries, competitive prices, and friendly customer service set them apart from all the competition. And with 24/7 service, Frisco Fuel is there when you need them, and they're just a phone call away at 417-763-3835. When the fuel on the farm or your business is running low, call Frisco Fuel, and the delivery trucks will be on their way.
Role models are more important than ever in today's society. You can serve as a role model for others the next time you display good sportsmanship at a high school athletic event. Good sports are winners and are also vital to preserving our fine sports traditions. So the next time you attend a sporting event, remember to be a good sport and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Back here once again at the J.E. Boswell Auditorium here in Lebanon. Of course, the campus of Lebanon High School. 6.5 minutes left to go in this halftime period. At the moment, Waynesville, they trail by 22. Just haven't been able to keep up the pace offensively here with Lebanon. They trail 53-31. A high-scoring half when it's all said and done. Of course, augmented by several trips to the free throw line for both sides here in this one. Again, 25 first half fouls. Not a whole lot of contact is getting away here today. We'll see if that trend continues. That could mean a whole lot here as we move on into the second half. Remember, Waynesville, two key players with 3 fouls at the moment. And Lebanon, well, they've got 2 players with 3 fouls there as well. So the whole complexion of the ballgame could change depending on what happens at the outset of this third quarter. Of course, for Waynesville, 3 fouls for Brianna Hurd, 3 fouls for Brittany Davison, 3 fouls, in fact, for Riley Grossfener there as well. So you've actually got a host of players at the moment with 3 fouls. Madison Mulholland, she's got 2 off the bench here tonight. Reagan Grossfener has 2 as well. And then 1 foul for Lauren Lurcher. So you have to watch out there. Of course, Ruby Hitsutaki again getting some varsity minutes there. A little bit deeper into the bench, Waynesville did go. But Hurd cannot be sitting out much more of this ball game here if you want to have a chance to even kind of slightly narrow the gap here against this very fast-paced, very effective Lebanon offense. But again, Lebanon, like I said, they've got multiple players with 3 fouls. Faith Kaufman, of course, one of your more point guardish players here tonight. She's been doing a whole lot of ball handling. She's got 3. And then one of your leading scorers, 2 players with 19 for Lebanon. We'll get to that in a moment. But Bodie Cox, she has 3 personal fouls here as well. So, someone to watch out for there. Now we take a look at your individual scoring numbers in this one. First for Waynesville, 16 first quarter points, 31 here at the half. You do have 1 player in double digits, Caitlin Black. How about the shooting there for Caitlin Black there in that first quarter? 4 for 4. In fact, it still is 4 for 4. Did not get a 3-pointer off there in that second quarter, but she sinks her first 4 threes. She's got 14 total points after going 2 for 4 from the free throw line in that second quarter. You also have 3 other scorers as well. Riley and Reagan Grossfener, they each have 6 points apiece. And then Brianna Hurd, 3 points from the free throw line here today, but again, having to sit out a majority of that second quarter with the foul trouble. Again, 16 at the end of the first quarter and 31 at the half here for Waynesville. Now we take a look at Lebanon. 25 points in the first quarter and 28 in the second quarter for 53 first half total. Lead the way, you got 2 players with 19. The bulk of the scoring has come from 2 players here tonight, Reagan McCowan and Bodie Cox. They each have 19 here at the moment. Heaven Shockley also in double digits for Lebanon. She's got 11 here in this one. And then you have 2 other scorers, each with 2, Faith Kaufman and Morgan Durbin there as well. So 53 first half points here for Lebanon as they start to approach. Well, don't think we'll see it here tonight, but we will see. Need 47 to reach triple digits here in this one. So we briefly look here real quick. Again, I promised you we talk a little bit about these two teams and what they're used to scoring here on the season. Like I said, Waynesville approaching an average of their own, but they just haven't been able to match on the defensive side of the floor here. Yeah, Lebanon, they average 60.3 points a game. Here this season, they allow 48.6. Waynesville, meanwhile, they average 47 points a game, and they allow 56.8 points per game. So we'll see what happens again in the second half. One of my major gripes from last week was kind of the inconsistency in the calls between halves. The first half, we didn't see a whole lot of calls. The second half, we saw a lot more. Well, in the first half, we kind of saw some of that second half refereeing than we saw last week. So I'm kind of curious to see where things go from here. But if you're Waynesville, you can't really rely on that excuse. You can't use that as an excuse. You have to adjust there. Of course, there's a catch-22. You don't create any of that contact. You kind of allow open shots inside for McGowan, for Cox, and for Shockley as well, Heaven Shockley. It's kind of it's a sticky situation, to be sure, but you do have to kind of adjust yourself to the way that this game's going to be called in the second half. We got 2 minutes left to go here in this halftime period. Tell you what, I'm actually going to keep it right here as I want to go ahead and remind you about next week once more, just so none of us are taken by surprise. We've got 6 days of games next week here for you as we follow the Class 2 District 9 championships, both the boys and the girls, a fair share of Frisco League teams playing in that particular district, and of course they're close by as well, so going to follow that next week as we wait and see how things shake out there. But again, that all starts with the boys on Monday, February 20th is our first day of games. You got that 4 and that 5 seed matchup. You've got the Iberia Rangers. They're going to be, well, I say hosting, but they are going to be the higher seed. They are going to be the home team, but they'll be taking on the Newburgh Wolves there in that one. Been a while since we've seen Newburgh. That'll be a whole lot of fun there. That'll be our first contest of the day at 5 p.m., so do keep that in mind. And then after that, we'll have our 2 and 7 matchup. It will be the Stoutland Tigers. We've seen the Tigers plenty times this season, just kind of worked out that way, but when we see the Tigers once again, they'll be taking on the number 7 seed in the Richland Bears. We'll follow that one up with our final game of Monday. That'll be the Crocker Lions. They got the 3 seed, and they'll be taking on the number 6 seed, Vienna Eagles. We'll see Vienna once more here this season after following them through the Iberia Invitational Tournament. It'll be a whole lot of fun to see some teams here. Again, Newburgh and Richland, we have not seen them since the season opening Frisco League tournament. So, again, I really can't hide my excitement there. I love seeing all the different teams in the area. So we'll kind of follow them from there. By the way, on February 22nd, we'll see the number 1 seed in action. Eugene will take on the winner of Iberia and Newburgh. I would say Eugene very much the favorites there in that district tournament. But, once you get to playoff time, anything could happen. So, I think any 7 of those teams could win it, to be honest with you. But again, February 21st, then we'll have the girls' side of things there for you. Traveling the Lakeway for that one. The Lakeway Lady Hornets, they are the 1 seed, so we'll see them on February 23rd. But February 21st, we'll have 3 games again, 4:30, 6, and 7:30, so actually 30 minutes earlier on that day. We'll have Newburgh and Iberia for the 4-5 matchup. The Lady Wolves taking on the Lady Rangers a day after we see the Wolves and the Rangers. We'll have the number 2 seed Crocker Lady Lions taking on the number 7 Vienna Lady Eagles. And then the number 3 seed Stoutland Lady Tigers, they'll take on the 6-seeded Richland Lady Bears. Lots of storylines there in that district. Also looking forward to the girls as well. But again, that'll be on Tuesday next week. Of course, we'll update you along the way on what the Lady Tigers of Waynesville do, and of course the varsity boys as well. But we'll have to step away from the end of the regular season to cover those class and district games. So we get to it here. Waynesville will start the quarter with the basketball. Starters back on the floor for the Lady Tigers. Riley Grossfeiner with the basketball. Left elbow, throws up the shot. A quick foul here. It'll be 2 free throws for Riley. So we'll see if that is the trend here. Like I said, in the first half, if you can say anything, regardless of whether you like lots of fouls in your games or not, they have been consistent tonight. So you can take advantage of that if you are Waynesville. So Riley does sink the first. She's got 7 points here tonight. Second free throw, also good. Riley tonight with 8 points, approaching double digits. The lead's back now to 20, 53-33. Missed who that foul was on. We'll pick it back up later, though, if we get an opportunity. Here's a pass inside, trying to find McCowan, but Waynesville's there to take it away. Hurd got a hand on that one. She'll pass it off up the floor to Davison. Back to Hurd. Bucket in the foul. Brianna Hurd good for 2. Her first shot from the field here tonight. And she'll get a chance on the line. That foul going to be on Nevaeh Shockley. That'll be her 3rd. So Hurd, she'll be shooting one here. All three of her first half points coming from the line. Free throw's up. Free throw is good. 6 points now for her tonight, 53-35. First 5 points of the quarter belong to the Lady Tigers. On the left corner, Faith Kaufman inside McGowan, whistling a foul on the floor here, and that's going to be number 4, Charles Davison. So I think we've got our answer quickly here. 30 seconds in, already 3 fouls called. I will say that one a very fair call. Definitely a foul going to be called on Davison in that situation. And that kind of just furthers my point. You got to be careful about that sort of thing. You're not going to get away with some of the plays we've gotten away with in the previous few games. So Davison will take a spot on the bench here. Kayla Brown again going to be checked back in. Nevaeh Shockley block to block over to Cox. She's able to finish. Cox across the 20 line here tonight. She's got 21 now. Leads all scorers here tonight. So Reagan Grosvenor crosses the line here, brings it over to the right wing. Pass to the baseline, finds Riley. Bounce pass inside on the right block. Hurd shot no good. And Lebanon's got the rebound. A minute already gone by here. Up to the top of the key, Nevaeh Shockley, picked up by Brown. Left side here, Cox on the wing. Trying to look inside instead. Now going to enter it. Free throw line, Heaven Shockley spinning to her right. Shot over the top of Hurd, too short. Hurd got the rebound. Hurd might have gotten a hand on that one as well. Hurd going to look to go coast to coast here. Right side layup is good. Hurd already surpassing her first half total. She's got 5 for the third quarter. 8 points total. 55-38. And as Nevaeh Shockley brings it across back half court, we'll have a timeout taken here by Coach Payne and the Lady Jackets. So 55-38 now our score. Waynesville so far winning this here third quarter. It'll be a full timeout. Let's take one too. Back in 60. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball, 97.9 The Source.
What if you stepped out of the picture tonight? How would you want to be remembered? And who would make decisions about planning your funeral service? This is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. We help families create meaningful services that respect and honor the memory of their loved one's life. At Memorial Chapels and Crematory, we offer our support and guidance when your family needs us the most.
Happy New Year from everyone at Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert. I'm Mike Freeman, and I'd like to invite you to start the new year in a new Ford. Hurry in now to take advantage of 0% financing for 36 months with approved credit on new 2022 F-150s and select SUVs. Plus, get a $1,000 rebate and huge Ed Morse discounts. Visit Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert today or shop online at edmorsefordstrobert.com and find out what it means to be backed by Morse. Offer in January 31st. See dealer for details.
Off to a hot start here in the quarter, winning this one thus far, 7-2, but still facing a long climb ahead of them here, trailing by 17 points here on the road to Lebanon, 55-38. Connor Harbert here with you, 97.9 The Source. Lebanon with the basketball. It's Nevaeh Shockley, right wing up top over to McCowan. Reagan McCowan inside, the pass goes to Nevaeh, working on Hurd, passing it back out here. Faith Kaufman setting up for 3, too hard, out of bounds it goes. It will be Waynesville ball. Haven't seen Lebanon take too much in the way of threes. In fact, no three-pointers tonight. All the three-pointers have come from the Waynesville side. That's also been a far cry from what we saw last week. Times felt like West Plains could not miss a three-pointer, but tonight, Lebanon, very inside-focused team. They've been getting it done. Riley over to Reagan on the wing, off to Kayla Brown, trying to go inside to Hurd. Hurd working through Heaven, no good, but gets back her own rebound. Another buck in the foul. Waynesville taking advantage of what we saw really Lebanon do. Getting their own rebound and then finishing it from there. That'll be the foul on Heaven Shockley. That'll actually be her second. So there we go. That's our missing foul from earlier. Went from 0 to 2 in my book. Hurd puts up the and one free throw. No good off the right side of the rim. So she'll get the 2 points, but no more. 55-40 now our score. 5:45 left to go in the third. Nevaeh Shockley up top, over to Heaven, to the left side, on over to Cox. Cox into the corner here for Nevaeh. Inside McCowan. McCowan, long pass over to the right wing. Here's Cox, moving baseline. Whistling a foul on the floor here. Charge to Riley. And that'll be number 4 on Riley. So now 2 players with 4 fouls here for Waynesville. Riley going to need to watch herself. So this ball is actually going to be inbounded before Waynesville can get a substitution off. Inbounds pass comes into Heaven Shockley. She'll hit the 8-footer for 2. Get Lauren Lurcher in here in a moment. Here comes Hurd, left side of the floor here, stops and pops. The shot too short, but going to be saved here by Waynesville. Still loose on the floor, though. Black trying to pick it back up underneath. She does. Ball's tipped out of bounds, but that'll benefit Waynesville as they keep control underneath. So Lauren Lurcher, she'll check in, and she will replace Riley. So out there right now, Kayla Brown, Lauren Lurcher. For the foul plague, Davison and Riley Grosvenor. Inbounds pass comes to Reagan to the left wing, over to Lurcher. Lurcher off to Hurd here. Free throw line, another mid-range jumper. Awkward shot. No good, a bit too long. Rebounded here by Heaven Shockley. Shockley will bring it up the floor herself. Left wing, up top, McCowan. Looking to drive here, going all the way in. Right side layup is good. McCowan's got her first 2 of the half. 19 the lead now. Whistle. Timeout. Taken by Waynesville. So Waynesville will take a timeout, but we're back to 19, the deficit here. 59-40. Our score of 4:50 left to go here in this third quarter. Back in 60 once again, you're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball. It's 97.9 The Source.
Wondering where to go for care at Phelps Health? For non-life-threatening conditions that require ongoing care and prevention, like annual checkups or colds, make an appointment with one of our primary care providers. When you need immediate attention for non-life-threatening health matters, like a cut that may require stitches, our immediate care clinics in Rolla and Waynesville are here to help. And if you're experiencing life-threatening medical issues, the Phelps Health Emergency Department is committed to caring for you when you need it most. Visit phelpshealth.org to learn more.
When the chaos is over and the dust settles, it's a relief to see that big old tree you've always loved, still there, unharmed and confident. Confidence that brings about trust and comfort from a full-service bank right here in your own community. Your one stop for savings, checking, home equity and auto loans, and CDs and money markets. That's your protection from the storm.
The Bank of Iberia in 2 locations, Iberia and Waynesville. Come on in to the Bank of Iberia.
After the full timeout, jumper, left elbow, Caitlin Black, no good, but rebounded by Hurd. She'll put up the shot. That one's no good, too long. Rebounded here by Lebanon. 59-40 our score. Waynesville trailing by 19. Again, Lebanon just a very, very good first half offensively. Lit up the line. In fact, both teams really did. Both teams approaching their average for the season. Here's a three-pointer from the corner. Too far. Rebounded by Lebanon. Jumper, Heaven Shockley. That one's no good. Rebounded this time by Rose McCowan. And she'll finally finish it off here for 2. Here's Brianna Hurd, left wing. Over to the baseline. Kayla Brown going to look for 2. Backboard, no good. Fight for the rebound. Hauled in here by Cox. Halfway through this third quarter now. Nevaeh on over to Heaven. Up top. Over to the right wing goes McCowan. Inside the entry pass once more to Heaven. Heaven fading away. Off the glass and good. You see Brianna Hurd having to play a bit off here at the moment on the blocks. Again, 3 personal fouls. Coming back quickly offensively, though. Foul on the floor. Blocking foul charged. As Hurd drives all the way in. Official called the foul on the floor first, but that'll be the third here on Heaven Shockley. All 3 of those fouls coming in the half. 4-team foul here. Reagan Grosvenor inbound, sends it into Brown. Brown has the shot blocked, but picks it back up. She dribbles off to the corner. Brown a bit outmatched there, at least height-wise. Ending up in some trouble. Foul on the floor here. Charge 2. That'll be Bodie Cox who picks up a 4th. Cox will become our 4th player tonight to pick up her 4. As Cox now comes out of the game. Again, that's 21 points coming off the floor here at the moment. Still a large deficit for Waynesville. But that is a break if you are the Lady Tigers. Cox has been a terror inside the three-point line here tonight. Reagan Grosvenor going to find an in-stride Hurd. Hurd on the layup. Got it to go. Hurd having herself a very Hurd third quarter. She's got 7 now. Into double digits with 10. 3:17 left to go in the quarter. 63-42. Faith Kaufman sending it over to the right baseline. McCowan, hard pass over to the left wing. Brooklyn O'Kane up top. Nevaeh over to the right wing. McCowan maybe looking for the drive. No, instead sends it off to the corner. It'll be O'Kane who drives in, trying to get it off to Heaven. Heaven tips it right on back. Back outside the three-point line to the right elbow. Here is Nevaeh. Over to Heaven. Heaven, jumper from the left baseline. Got another one. Evan Shockley now with 17, 65-42. It's been a three-pronged attack for Lebanon. Here's Brianna Hurd from the corner for three. Too far to the left, no good. Rebounded by McCowan. Fast break back the other way. Reagan Grosvenor trying to play catch-up here. Bucket in the foul. Reagan McCowan gets the and one. We've had plenty of those here tonight. It's the fouls on Reagan Grosvenor, her third. When you call slight contact in those situations, again, you're normally shooting through some contact there, so when you start calling fouls on those shots are easy to finish off. So therefore, you get more and one opportunities. Free throw is good for McCowan. Double-digit free throws for her here tonight. 68-42. Pass to Lurcher on the right baseline. Shot up from 10. That one's good. Lurcher finds her way into the book tonight. 68-44. Both teams, in fact, Lebanon above their Severn average. Waynesville now 2 points away from theirs. Heaven Shockley kicks it out to the corner here. Right corner, Durbin back inside. Shot blocked by Hurd, but Heaven Shockley picks it back up. Turns around, fade away, left side, no good. This time rebounded by McCowan. She'll put it up and in on the third try of asking. 70-44. Brianna Hurd across half court here. Under 2 minutes to go in the period. Hurd over to Reagan. Reagan, some space on the right baseline. Drives. Shot too short. Rebounded by Lebanon. Kane brings it over to the right wing. Into the corner. Over to Kaufman. Kaufman, free throw line. Heaven Shockley going to take the jumper. That one's good. 72-44 now. 90 seconds left to go. Hurd coming across the line here. Going to be picked up by Durbin. Screen set by Black as Hurd brings it over to the right wing. Now a screen set by Lurcher and Black. As Hurd trying to create some space here. Trying to drive in. Whistle. Blocking foul. 2 free throws here for Brianna Hurd. Lebanon fans wanted the charge call. Not going to get it here. It will be a blocking foul. They'll say it's on the floor, though. It'll be Waynesville ball underneath. I thought she was in the motion of shooting, but we'll get a three-pointer off the corner from it. Reagan Grosvenor, no good. Rebounded once more by the Lady Jackets. Here's McCowan once more, center of the floor, volleyball line. Back outside to Durbin. 58 seconds left to go here in the period. So Kane moving up to the top of the key, now backing it beyond the volleyball line once more. Pass to the left wing. We see Durbin now. Durbin ball on hip. Moving to her right here. Steps across McCowan, brings it to the right side of the floor. Guarded by Brown. Over to the left side now. Could we see him hang on here for the rest of the quarter? Here's O'Kane, back beyond the volleyball line now. Already a 30-second possession here. As Durbin again stands it up. Picked up here by Brown to start the 5 count, but she'll dribble back to the half-court line. Over to the right side, now back to the left, O'Kane. We'll see Lebanon take the final shot. You can see Brown a little bit emotional up there, not liking following O'Kane around. 5 seconds now. McCowan stops, back to the opposite side of the floor. 3-pointer here for Durbin to end the quarter. Back of the rim, no good. And that'll be your final minute of play. So a minute to get our final shot. 72-44 at the 20-point Lebanon advantage here in this one. We'll have 8 minutes left to go in this one when we come back. Back in 60, you're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball, 97.9 The Source.
In sports, success is measured in the number of points scored, in games won, and in championships earned. At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in our community support, and being there when you need us. In fact, 9 out of 10 people surveyed with a claim would recommend Shelter to a friend. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For a free insurance review,
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, John Gregory, your shelter insurance agent in Crocker.
Or stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your shelter insurance agent in Richland.
New Year's savings all the way through February at St. Robert Auto Supply, your Napa parts store. Get $20 to $25 rebates on the purchase of Legend and Legend Premium AGM and AAA branded automotive batteries. Since it's the coldest time of the year, several Napa brand battery chargers are on sale too, as well as booster cables. Save 50% on Napa night vision headlights. All the oil and antifreeze you'll ever need, you'll find at St. Robert Auto Supply. And pick up a gallon jug of Peak Window De-Icer Windshield Wash in anti-frost purple for $49. This and more at your Napa parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply, where you get the good stuff 7 days a week.
1 quarter left to play here in Lebanon. 28 points the difference between our two teams. Waynesville unfortunately finds themselves trailing here tonight, but looking to finish strong in this one. 72-44 here our score. Connor Harbert here with you, 97-9 the source. Here's a ball ripped away, stolen by Reagan Grossfeeder. She'll pass it on over to Hurd as she crosses half court. Connor Harbert here with you, 97-9 the source as Bodie Cox finds the steal. She'll bring it back the other way. Hurd chasing down here, trying to find the block. Shot ends up too long. Rebound by McCain, but a foul on the rebound. It'll be on the floor, but that'll be team foul number 4. So, excuse me, not a 1-and-1 just yet, but that will be number 5 here on Davison. So Davison will foul out of this one. So Lauren Lurcher steps back in. So Kane set to inbound here from the baseline. Goes to the right baseline, McCowan. McCowan zips it out, opposite corner, over to Durbin now. McCowan now going over to her right. To the corner now, over to Cox. Cox, 21 points in this one. One of 2 leading scores. In fact, nope, excuse me, that's not true at all. You actually have a player out there right now with a little bit more than that, 28. That being Reagan McCowan, looking for 29 and 30. That one's no good, but rebounds there for Cox. Cox working through Hurd. Hurd got the block, got the rebound. Pass down the floor here. Riley Grossfeeder trying to chase, trying to save it. Can't do so. They'll give the ball right back to the Lady Jackets. Seven minutes left to go here in this ball game here. Top of the key, O'Kane coming to the right wing. Bounce pass off into the corner. Over to Durbin. Durbin looking to move here on Lurcher. Zips one inside. Cox right block. Back outside. Up and around over to McCowan. McCowan has it stripped away. Stolen by Reagan Grossfeeder. Going in for the right side layup. Shot blocked from behind, but a whistle and a foul. Huh. I don't know about that one as well, but as I've said all day, I'm a hypocrite. I'll take it. 2 free throws here for Reagan Grossfeeder. Be a third here on Reagan McCowan. 7th team foul, but still 2 free throws this time around for Reagan. First free throw is up and good. Reagan now 7 points here tonight. Solid outing for her. Reagan sets up for number 2. It's no good. They're going to say it barely grazed the rim there, but still, free throws missed. Rebounded by Lebanon. 6:30 to go now in the 4th. Ball's off the side of the backboard, but they'll say it caught a bit of the rim. So no dead ball. Trying to pass it inside to Cox. Knocked out of bounds, though, by Hurd. Stays here with Lebanon on the baseline. So assuming the final score holds, Waynesville will drop to 9 and 14 on the year. Lebanon will improve to 15 and 7. Waynesville will drop their 3rd straight. Look to get back at it again later on in the week against Parkview. Over to Kaufman, into the corner, Durbin. Of course, that game will be played in Waynesville. We'll have the coverage anyway, of course, 97-9. Nevaeh Shockley turning to her right, hands it off to O'Kane. Over to the left wing, trying to find Durbin on the baseline. She'll have to back it out and into the corner. Wing-to-wing pass over to O'Kane. Now she'll try to drive to the right. Passing it on back over to Nevaeh. Wing-to-wing on over to Kaufman, off to Durbin. 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Cox, left corner here. Dribbling around Black, looking to attack the basket. Moves across the middle of the lane, whistle and a foul, 2 free throws. Coming up here for Bodie Cox. Foul's going to be called on Brianna Hurd, who picks up her 4th. 15 foul here, charged to Waynesville in the half. So Cox's first free throw is good. Cox 4 for 7 here in tonight's ball game. 22 points total. Second free throw, also good. 74-45. Leads now 29. 5:42 here. Hurd coming to our left. Hands it off over to Riley. Riley bringing it on into the right corner. Picks up the dribble, going all the way to the left block. Caitlin Black, high shot off the top of the backboard. Almost got it to fall in. That'll be a traveling violation charge here to O'Kane. O'Kane just simply started walking with it there. Bit odd. Maybe thought she had gotten fouled. But still took about 5 steps before eventually being called for the travel. Here's Riley Grossfeiner off the inbounds pass. Nice move across the middle of the lane for 2. Riley Grossfeiner finds herself in double digits now. Make that 10 tonight for her. She'll become your 3rd Lady Tiger into double digits. Trying to go inside to Cox. Can't hang on to the pass. Picked up here by Black. Black, your leading scorer tonight for Waynesville. Still. Hurd takes the pass here. Looking to attack. Remember, has to be careful. 4 fouls. Turnaround jumper. Rolls off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Cox, but you can't hang on. No. They'll call a foul here on Waynesville. Foul's going to be charged to Lauren Lurcher, her 2nd. Team 6th. Under 5 minutes to go. Here come the Lady Jackets once more. 74-47. And as we cross half court here, it'll be a full timeout taken by Lebanon. Another 60-second timeout. Take one, too. 4:53 left to go in this contest. Again, Waynesville trailing by 27. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball. It's 97.9 The Source.
From short stacks to family memories, from cuddly companions to outdoor adventures, the Bank of Missouri is here for all of life's moments. As a local community bank, we work closely with our customers to understand their priorities and the changes that affect their finances. So whether you need us to be the bank of pancake breakfasts, the bank of new best friends, or the bank of fireside memories, the Bank of Missouri can help you live well, bank well.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
Lebanon basketball after we come out of the full timeout taken by the Lady Jackets. 74-47 our score. Waynesville trailing by 27 here in this one. Ball tipped out of bounds off the inbounds pass. Stays, though, with Lebanon. Riley Grossfeiner got a hand on that one. O'Kane will try again this time. We'll move slightly down the sideline. This time going to be inbounded cleanly to Nevaeh Shockley. 4:45 left to go here in this contest. Trying to enter it to Cox, but Waynesville again comes up with a steal. Here comes Hurd down the middle of the floor, moving to her left, off to Reagan. Shot from the baseline, too far, but a foul. 2 free throws here for Reagan Grossfeiner. Grossfeiner has an opportunity here. Nope, actually, excuse me. You get points 8 and 9 here. I was going to say, could be the 4th Lady Tiger to enter double digits tonight. But we'll end up just short here if she makes both. Does miss the first, though, so at the time, we'll still have 7 for the evening. Heaven Shockley, Nevaeh Shockley back in the ballgame now. Reagan sets up for number 2. By the way, the foul, the 4th on Faith Kaufman, who did check out of the ballgame. Second free throw for Reagan. That one's also no good. Score stays the same here. 27 points, still the difference. 4.5 left to go. Reagan McCowan, left wing, going inside here. Heaven Shockley on the right block. Shot over the top of Hurd is good. $76-47 now. Riley off to Black, looking for free. Pointer number 5. Rolls out of the rim. That's her first miss from outside tonight. Lebanon comes back on the attack. Layup left short there on the fast break, and it's rebounded by Black. Black going to lob one down the floor. Bad pass stolen away. Off to the right baseline, inside, Cox fouled, 2 more free throws. That'll be, I believe, number 4 here on Reagan Grossfeiner. Team foul number 7. Cox hits the first. Lead's now 30. That'll start the running clock. Or at least it should. I believe after this free throw. I believe we learned that earlier in the season. As Cox does miss the second. Again, halfway through this quarter. 4 minutes left to go. Mid-lane runner, no good for Reagan. Trying to put it back up on the second try there. No whistle. And it's rebounded here by Lebanon. Oh, time to go no whistle there. Thought that one was pretty clean cut. Or guess I should say clear. Heaven Shockley going inside here. McCowan, right block. Shot up and good. Kalen Black across half court here. Volleyball line. Off to the corner. Here's Hurd. Hurd moving through. Middle of the lane. Shot up. No good. But again, 2 free throws incoming. So Hurd can't get it to go, but she will get an opportunity from the line here. That'll be a foul on Bodie Cox, her 5th. She'll foul out tonight. And before we get some free throws here, we'll have a timeout taken by Waynesville. Be a full timeout. Let's take one, too. We'll be back here in 60. 3:05 left to go. You're listening to Waynesville Lady Tiger Basketball, 97.9 The Source.
Gasco Sage Electric is owned by their consumer members who use their electricity and other services. They've been providing services to Camden, Marys, Miller, Phelps, and Pulaski counties since 1945. Much like electricity, Gasco Sage considers broadband internet to be an essential service, not just in the big cities, but right here in the rural communities they serve. They work hard at making a difference in the futures of the communities they serve. As a new G-Tech Fiber customer, you can soon be part of their high-speed fiber-to-home broadband network. Give them a call today, 573-759-7146.
Turn on the heat. Call AirServe Heating and Air in West Waynesville and get your existing system checked and serviced. If it's time to step up and get a new system, the Luxair high-performance heating and air equipment is top of the line. Luxair sets the standard year in and year out with new features and innovations in the industry and has since 1954. Your Luxair system is just a phone call away at AirServe Heating and Air at 433-3613 or stop by the office on Historic Route 66 in West Waynesville and ask about the Luxair Advantage.
Coming out of the Waynesville timeout, stops the clock with 3:05 left to go, but after these free throws, the running clock will once again commence. But it is Brianna Hurd at the line shooting 2, score 79-47 in favor of Lebanon. Connor Harbert here with you. It's 97.9 The Source. Hurd's first free throw is off the front of the rim, no good. Seven one is good. So Hurd going to go 1 for 2 now. She's got 11 tonight. 79-48. Under 3 minutes to go now. Durbin on the left wing. To O'Kane on the right. Back to Durbin on the left side. Few new players in the ball game here. Looks like Madison Myers, who we saw during the JV game in the ball game. Also have Cameron Compton out there as well. It's Compton who takes the shot on the right block. No good. Loose rebound here. Compton creates some space, though. She throws it off to O'Kane. In fact, all starters out of the game here for the Lady Jackets. Kendall Bybee, right corner, trying to give it off inside. Hurd jumping the passing lane, but can't hang on to the basketball. Able to tip it out and nothing more. It'll remain here with Lebanon. O'Kane to inbound here from the corner. Going in on the right block. Compton throws up the shot. No good. Rebounded by Mulholland. She'll toss it off here to Black. Black going down the floor here. Here comes Hurd. Stepping through Bybee here. Whistle, bucket, and the foul. I'll see who they call this on. Okay, I was going to say. Hold on. Madeline Hilton. I thought they were going to call it there on Kendall Bybee, who tried to take a charge. Full credit to her. But didn't make any contact there. Thought they pointed to her for a split second. I was about to say, Curious. But Hurd does complete the and one play, brings it back to 28. That'll stop the running clock for the time being. Under 2 minutes to go now, but still trailing by 28, 79-51. Ball tipped out of bounds by Reagan Grosvenor. Stays here with Lebanon. Again, Waynesville will fall to 9-14 on the year. Lebanon, they'll pick up their 15th victory of the season. Waynesville, a good offensive game, but just unable to keep Lebanon off the board. Here's a three-pointer. Durbin, no good. Rebounded, though, underneath by Compton. She'll be fouled, and she'll head to the line for two. Again, both teams well over their average tonight. As fouls charged here to Caitlin Black, who picks up her first. It's a bit of a rarity here tonight for a player to pick up their first here in the fourth. Especially a player who's played most of tonight like Black, but Compton does miss the first. Feels like a rite of passage in this contest. As Compton does hit number two. Leads now 29, 80-51. Two Grosvenors, each with 4 fouls apiece. Davison, she's fouled out. Hurd's got 4. Going to take the three-pointer. Front of the rim, no good. Picked up here by Myers. Left side of the floor here. Here comes O'Kane. 90 seconds left to go. Left side, Durbin over to Bybee. Left baseline here. Turning around. Hilton on the shot. It's good. 31 points again, the lead. 82-51. Looking to finish strong here. Caitlin Black, quick release 3. Rolls off the rim, left side. Rebounded here by O'Kane. Unfortunately, Black just unable to keep the three-pointer first half. Let me try that again in English. The pace she had set in the first half with those three-pointers. Again, kept Waynesville within single digits for a time there with her hot shooting. 40 seconds left to go now in the ball game here. O'Kane driving to the right wing, trying to hand it off there, but it's stripped and stolen by Waynesville. Here comes Hurd up the middle of the floor. She has it poked away from behind. Lebanon trying to catch up to it, but it rolls out of bounds. So the clock continues to roll here. We'll get Lauren Lurcher back in the ball game. Kayla Brown, Ruby Hisataki, and Ziona Lockett will also check in there as well. Go ahead and add Lockett to the book here tonight. As the clock continues to run here, now under 10 seconds, this will be the final play of the game here for Waynesville. Ball's inbounded here. Lurcher, shot from the left elbow. No good. Rebounded by Brown. Brown spinning to her right. Her shot's blocked. Picked up here by Lebanon. And that'll be your final score. So, a long ball game. Game that saw lots of stoppages and a lot of points. But it is going to be the Lebanon Lady Jackets who emerge victorious here in this one, defeating Waynesville 82-51. So, we'll take ourselves a few minutes. We'll do what we always do. We'll come back. I'll get my book in order here for you. We'll wrap this one up, and we'll get you all set for tomorrow and, of course, Thursday as well, when we'll see both Waynesville boys and girls at home. Couple home games in advance, but we'll go ahead and take 2 minutes for now. Again, your final score, 11-82, Waynesville 51. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball on 97.9 The Source.
Mailbox It in St. Robert is now your complete shipping headquarters. Mailbox It is a UPS authorized shipping agent. They can ship your package UPS, accept UPS drop-offs, and can accept UPS returns with a shipping label. Add FedEx and the United States Postal Service, and why go anywhere else? Mailbox It is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Mailbox It is a copy, print, and document service center. They can even print your photos and canvases. Mailbox It, 213 Suite 3, St. Robert Boulevard.
The trucks are coming in and coming in. Lowe Chevrolet in Waynesville has vehicles on the lot with your name on it. Stop by and check out the selection. Take your pick and drive off the lot today with a new or pre-owned vehicle of your choice. Lowe Chevrolet can help you with financing, service, and so much more. Serving the community you live in for over 30 years. Lowe Chevrolet, off I-44, exit 156 in Waynesville.
Back here once again at the J.E. Boswell Auditorium. This one in the books. Unfortunately, Waynesville falls here tonight. Final score, it is Lebanon 82, Waynesville 51. Rough night here for Waynesville. Again, you were able to surpass your average points there for the season. You shot relatively well for the free throw line. In fact, a lot of your points come from the free throw line here tonight. But they were just unable to stop Lebanon from getting the ball inside. You had a trio of players. Again, Lebanon got the win here today, hung 82 points without a single three-pointer. So the inside shot was working for him here today. And again, like Waynesville, got plenty of their points from the free throw line there as well. So again, we take a look here at your scoring here for this one. First of all, taking a look at Waynesville, 31 points there at the half, slowed down a bit, 51 points total here in this one. 3 scores into double digits. Had 2 of 14. Caitlin Black, she had all 14 of her points in the first half. Unfortunately, just could not keep the pace there, but still a solid outing there for Caitlin Black. 4 of 6 from beyond the arc for 14 in this one. Brianna Hurd got 11 points there in that second half. She also finishes with 14 in limited work here today. Remember, out much of that second quarter with some foul trouble. But still 14 points for her, 10 points for Riley Grosvenor. She was able to get it done here today. Had that, again, long mid-range jumper working there today. I'm pretty sure she was about maybe 4 steps away from maybe having 4 more points. But again, still had that shot going on here today. She finishes with 10. 2 other scores in the books tonight. Reagan Grosvenor, she finishes with 7. Kind of the same situation there as Riley Grosvenor. Maybe about 3 steps away from 3 extra points. And then 2 points for Lauren Lurcher in tonight's ball game. So we go ahead and take a look at Lebanon here. 3 scores in double digits. We'll just go over them real quick. Reagan McCowan, she leads all scorers here today. 30 total points here in this one. 19 of those came in that first half. 24 points for Bodie Cox despite fouling out in the fourth quarter. And then 21 points for Heaven Shockley. Heaven Shockley doing most of her damage in that second quarter again when Hurd had to come out of the ball game. Lebanon doing a good job there of picking on Waynesville when they didn't have as much size inside as they are accustomed to there. 3 other scores, in fact, all with 2 points apiece. Faith Kaufman had 2, Madeline Hilton had 2, and then Morgan Durbin had 2 points there as well. Actually, 1 more score with 1 point. Go ahead and add that there to the book. Cameron Compton, she had a free throw.
Fall is in the air.
Order
This family
as
is
well. Sorry about
Here's
that.
Mom.
Didn't mean to start that up just yet. Big thank you to Home Plate Grill and, of course, all of our sponsors there as well. In fact, let's go ahead and read them here before we close this one out. Big thank you to Gasco Sage Electric, Air Serve, Mailbox at Lowe Chevrolet. Again, Home Plate Grill, Marys County Bank, Frisco Fuel, Waynesville Memorial Chapel, Edmores Ford, Phelps Health, Bank of Iberia, Shelter Mutual Insurance, St. Robert Auto Supply, and the Bank of Missouri. So our next action, that's going to be tomorrow. We will be back in Waynesville for a couple of games. First up, we'll see the varsity boys, fresh off of their amazing win over at Rawl. If you missed that one, you missed a great contest over there. Again, 64-50, the final score for Waynesville there as they knock off probably most likely the favorite in the Rolla Bulldogs. They'll look to keep that momentum alive again against our I-44 rivals in the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. That'll be a 7 o'clock start. I'll have that one for you. Of course, about 15 minutes prior to tip, wherever that may be. So do tune in probably about 6:30 or so. I would say that'd be about a safe time. And I'll make sure you catch the opening tip there in that one. Next time we'll see the Lady Tigers. That will be Thursday. Look for Waynesville to hit the floor. They will be back at home, and they will be playing the Parkview Lady Vikings. Parkview about 500 here on the season. Should be another good contest. We'll see if Waynesville can't get back in the win column. And again, achieve that double-digit win season. Already very much surpassed last season's win total, but a 10th win would be a very nice accomplishment for this young squad. But I think they'll go ahead and do it for us here tonight. We will go ahead and send it on back to the studio. For Dan back in the studio, I am Connor Harbert. Hope you enjoyed listening to this one as much as I enjoy bringing it to you here tonight. Until Thursday, you've been listening to Waynesville Lady Tiger Basketball right here, 97.9 The Source. Good night, everybody. Be good people.
You've been listening to Waynesville Lady Tiger and Tiger Basketball on 97.9 FM. Our games have been brought to you by Air Serve Heating and Air, the Marys County Bank, Mailbox at Lowe Chevrolet Memorial Chapels, Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, Flo's 66 Diner, and Morris Ford, your shelter insurance agents, Dave Hollett in Richland and John Gregory in Crocker, and St. Robert Auto Supply. We hope you've enjoyed tonight's broadcast on 97.9 FM. See you next time with more Waynesville Tiger and Lady Tiger Basketball.